So glad. Oh, we just leave that one. Independent administration.
That's this one.
Mhm.
Good morning.
Good morning, Judge Gramatic.
Okay, it looks like we're waiting. Now, is Gary Hans your witness?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, I can hear him, but I can't see him. Mr. Hans, down at the bottom left-hand corner of your screen should be something that enables you. All right. Can you hear me, Mr. Hans?
Yes, sir.
Okay, if you'll raise your right hand, please. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this call should be the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Okay, go right ahead, Mr. Overton.
Mr. Hans, will you please state your name?
Gary Wayne Hance.
Mr. Hans, you are familiar with the family and marital history of Vicki Lee Dominguez, also known as Vicki Lee Puckett, Vicki Lee Hance, and Vicki Lee Hance Leonard, correct?
Correct. Yes.
She passed away in April of 2021 in Fort Worth, Tarrant County, Texas, at the age of 67, correct?
Correct.
And at that time, she resided in Beaumont, Jefferson County, Texas, correct?
Correct.
She was domiciled and had a fixed place of residence in Jefferson County, Texas when she passed away, correct?
Correct.
And to the best of your knowledge, she did not ever have or make any last will and testament or will, correct?
Correct.
And she had been married and divorced on 3 occasions, correct?
Correct.
She was first married to you and divorced from you. Then she was married to and divorced from Harvey Leonard Jr. And then she was finally married to and divorced from Paul Anthony Dominguez, correct?
Correct.
And to the best of your knowledge, she never remarried, correct?
Correct.
She had 4 children, Brenna Janelle Hatton, also known as Brenna Janelle Hance, and Carlin McShay Gunnell, also known as Carlin McShay Hance. They were born to her during her marriage with you, correct?
Correct.
She also adopted Zachary Dominguez and Elijah Dominguez, who is also known as Peyton Dominguez, during her marriage to Paul Dominguez, correct?
Correct.
You are not aware of any other children or anyone claiming to be an heir, correct?
Correct.
And
All
no
right,
one has
I think
offered
you covered it, Mr. Overton.
You covered it?
Yeah, I think you just get me your statement of facts or disinterested witness affidavit, and we'll take care of it for you.
Okay, perfect.
Thank you for being here today, and y'all have a great week.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Hance. I'll get in touch with you.
Now.
Thank you.
Okay, we're gonna go to, wait just a second. That can't be.
I'm assuming it's okay to get off.
Yes, sir. You're okay to leave. You have a great week.
Thank you.
I just read his name on the bottom. I put it on the docket.
Yeah. Good morning, Mr. Monk.
Morning, Judge.
Edgar, did you just win a Crime Stoppers award?
Yes, sir, I did.
Well, congratulations, buddy.
Well, I was gonna invite you, but I figured you were already gonna be there.
Well, I didn't know anything about it, but I was the master of ceremonies at a Boy Scout banquet that same night. So I found out about it from my brother-in-law, Roy West,
Yes, sir.
told me about it.
Yes, sir. Somebody else you sent to me, another judge is, Walston.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got some firewood from me the other day.
Well, good. Yeah, I had given him your name.
Yes, sir.
All right, Edgar, if you'll raise your right hand, please. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this cause should be the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Edgar, I'm going to hold up what purports to be the last will and testament of Edgar Maddox Sr. Do you recognize that as being his will?
Yes, sir.
And I'm going to go back to the signature page and ask you if that's his signature on that document.
Yes, sir.
After the date he made this will on August 23rd of 2011, did he ever change it or revoke it?
No, sir.
All right, go right ahead, Mr. Monk.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Maddox, you have in front of you a document called Proof of Death and Other Facts, correct?
Yes, sir.
And have you read that document?
Yes, sir.
Are the statements in that document true and correct and within your personal knowledge?
Yes, sir.
Okay, sign it just like it's typed there. Nothing more, Your Honor.
All right, do you have a notary there, Mr. Monk?
Yes, Your Honor. Ms. Cook is here present.
Okay, let me know when it's notarized, please.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay, next, Mrs. Norman.
Okay, that document has been notarized, Your Honor.
Okay, Edgar, I've signed the order admitting your dad's will to probate and authorizing the county clerk to issue letters testamentary that'll give you authority to act on behalf of the estate. Please make sure, and once Mr. Monk has e-filed those documents you just signed and had notarized with the county clerk, he'll be able to get those letters for you. You can use the letters to deal with banks or real estate title companies or whatever. Please make sure that you cooperate with Mr. Monk in getting him a listing of the assets of your dad's estate because he has 90 days from today to file an inventory with the court, okay?
Okay.
Okay, I hope everything goes well. And when I get home, I'm gonna look at my firewood rack and see if where I am. I can't remember right now.
That time of year, isn't it?
Appreciate that. Tell you what, that freeze hurt me bad because I had my stock for this year, and I ended up giving away probably $2,000 or $3,000 worth of wood to help people that didn't have money. And I didn't realize I'd wiped out my stock for this year, so we're steadily splitting and going. So let me know when you want us, so I can still give you some of the best stuff.
All right, buddy. I hope you have a great week.
Oh, I appreciate that. That award right there shocked me when Crystal Holmes called me. I thought I was in trouble, and you know, it shocked me because I just got in a battle with two different neighbors, and I tell you, it shocked me because I feed them on the holidays, the officers, because there's no place for them to eat on the holiday. And I caught two in my neighborhood and pretty much held one of them until they got there because he passed out in the car. It robbed my neighbor for about 10 grand. Well, when the sheriff woke him up, it took an EMT to wake him up. He was so drunk. And the cop asked me, he says, "What are you doing here?" He said, "We're here to finish critiquing the job." He said, "What do you mean?" He said, "We're working on the house." I said, "No, he ain't working on the house." I said, "My neighbor lives with his girlfriend. Y'all just robbed him." I said, "I got the other one arrested. They got him on warrant, so they couldn't get him in the yard. But they ended up getting him." So I had a couple different things, and I used to work with the sheriff back in Magnolia Gardens when it was going good in the 90s. So, you know, she finally is the only one that realized the stuff that I do. And it really surprised me, and it honored me more than anything else.
Well, I'm happy for you, and I hope y'all have a great week, and y'all let me know if you need anything, Mr. Munn.
Thank you, Judge.
I
very much.
appreciate it. And I
Have a
tell
good-
you, I got a lot of history with the Cub Scouts and Boy Scouts too. So I was BB and archery instructor for Three Rivers Council for a while. So you need somebody to teach you an archery class, let me know. I can do it.
Keep moving.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Judge.
I'll take care.
No, it's just like 7 minutes, like she's a friend, like she works for Crime Stoppers. She was. I guess being
Good morning, Ms. Norman.
Morning, Your Honor.
Who do you have with you?
I have here Sierra Dodge. She's just licensed, so I want to introduce her to the court. She's our new associate here in our Beaumont office.
Good morning. And there's somebody here that's showing on the video as being Paige Austin.
Yes, sir, that's our applicant.
Okay, so this is, oh, okay. I was, and we do have a consent from Angie Michelle Smith.
Yes, Your Honor. That's the other beneficiary, and then the two named executors in the will have also their waiver of their right to serve as executor has also been file stamped in.
Okay, I see him here. Although I see your application says that the whereabouts of the witness to the will, Larry Hunter, is unknown.
Oh, Larry Hunter. Could have put that. I bet I know where I can find him. Don't think there's any problems with that one, though.
Let's see here. Okay, Ms. Austin, if you'll raise your right hand, please. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this call should be the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Okay, I see you must have a fake background up
I
behind you.
do. Would you like me to turn it off?
I don't care.
Okay, my office, I'm in my work office. It's real messy.
Well, if you could see my office, you wouldn't have been the least bit bothered by that. Or at least you'd have known that I was not going to be the least bit bothered.
This is much prettier back here.
All right, I'm going to hold up what purports to be the last will and testament of Christy Lynn Smith. Do you recognize that as being her will?
Yes, sir.
And I'm going to go back to the signature page and ask you, is that her signature on that
Yes,
document?
sir.
And after the date she made this will, on November 19th of 2003, did she ever change it or revoke it?
No, sir.
And I assume in 2003, you were probably below the age of 18, correct?
I had just turned 18. Yes, sir.
Okay, go right ahead, Ms. Norman.
Thank you very much, Your Honor. Paige, as we said, we're here on an application to probate this will and have you named as the independent administrator. Is that correct?
Yes.
And the court has already shown you the will, and you are not named as executor in the will. Is that correct?
Correct.
But you are asking to be named as administrator because you have received consents from both the beneficiary and the other named executors that they have waived their right to serve as the executor. Is that correct?
Yes.
And you understand the duties that you are going to have as an executor, as an administrator, and you understand the things that you have to do in order to comply with the estates code.
Yes.
Great. Later, in the presence of a notary, I have given you a sworn statement of the applicant talking about those duties, and I would ask that you would sign that and return it to me so that I can file it with the court. And I also sent you this proof of death and other facts. Have you had an opportunity to review that?
Yes.
And everything in there is true and correct as far as you know and believe. Is that correct?
Yes.
Great. No further questions, Your Honor?
All right, so, Ms. Austin, you're going to make arrangements to sign that proof of death and other facts before a notary public, return it to Ms. Norman, which she'll e-file that with the court. I'll sign the order admitting the will to probate and authorizing the clerk to issue letters testamentary that will give you legal authority to act on behalf of the estate. On that date, make sure that you cooperate with Ms. Norman in getting her a listing of the assets of your mother's estate, because she's going to have 90 days from the date I sign the order to file an inventory with the court, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, well, I hope everything goes well. Ms. Norman, let me know if y'all need anything else. I hope y'all have a great week.
Thank you.
Your Honor.
You too.
Here now.
Bye.
Who is number 3? Is Mr. Warren.
Well, once again, my video, Judge, is not happening.
Giving you difficulties?
Oh, shoot. I'm going to get there in a minute. Let's see. Share, start my video. Let's see if that does anything. And you can't see my shining.
Tell me he's there, guys. I don't think he does.
Ah. Okay, now I have 2 of them with you today, Judge. I've got Gail Cross with me on the David Cross estate. I'm not sure which one you have.
Yeah, that's what I'm holding right now.
Perfect.
I only have you down for one. What other file do you have?
Dan Dark. Daniel Dark.
Okay, we don't have that down. Let's see if we can find the file.
Okay.
And get
Okay,
it up.
well, if we can go ahead and do Ms. Cross first, and we'll.
Yeah, we'll do it and see if we can find the file. It was not on the docket, but if we can find a way to help you with it, we'll do it today.
We'll find out why Barbara put it on there then. Okay, that's great.
Okay, Ms. Cross, if I could get you to raise your right hand, please. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this call should be the true self you got?
I do.
Okay, Mrs. Cross, I'm going to hold up what purports to be the last will and testament of David Melton Cross. Do you recognize that as being his will?
Yes, I do.
And I'm going to go back to the signature page and ask you, is that his signature on that document?
Yes, it is.
And after the date he made this will on July 15th of 1982, did he ever change it or revoke it?
No.
Go right ahead, Mr. Warren.
All right. And you go by Gail, so I'm going to call you Gail.
Okay.
And so your husband did die June 26, 2021 here in Jefferson County. Is that right?
That's right.
And you believe it's the necessity to file and have his will probated so we can take care of the assets. Is that correct?
Yes.
Now, I've previously shown you this proof of death and other facts. Is everything true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes.
All right. I believe that's all the questions I had this morning, Your Honor.
Mrs. Cross, did you and Mr. Cross have any children?
2. A son and a daughter.
And I guess, Mr. Warren, if she did a will at the same time, you've advised her she needs a new will, huh?
And I'm getting one.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Yeah, this is not a very good will. Okay, go right ahead, Mr. Warren.
Gail, I'm gonna have you sign Linda Gail Cross on 2 documents here. Okay, and right here, Gail. I can't find it. All right, Your Honor, they've both been filed, signed, and we're having Barbara notarize them as we speak.
Okay, let me know when the notarization is finished. And Ms. Cross, whenever they've notarized them, I'll sign the order admitting Mr. Cross's will to probate and authorizing the county clerk to issue letters testamentary. So Mr. Warren will e-file those documents with the county clerk. He'll get your letters for you, and you use those letters to show your authority to act on behalf of the estate if you need to deal with financial institutions, real estate, title companies, and so forth. The only thing you'll need to do is make sure you cooperate with him in getting him a listing of the assets of Mr. Cross's estate, because he's going to have 90 days to prepare and file an inventory with the court, okay?
Okay.
And he'll
What do they
explain to
get
you
for
how
it?
that process works.
Okay, Your Honor, everything's been signed and notarized, and Gail's already given me a list of everything to go in the inventory, so we're gonna meet the 90 days easy.
Okay, and Mr. Warren, I guess the return of citation's been on file for 10 days in the dark case?
Yes, Your
Okay.
Honor, got an
All
email
right,
from.
Ms. Cross, you take care of yourself, and we'll move on to the dark case.
Thank you so much.
We'll move on to the dark side.
Oh, now wait a minute. Give us just a moment. We're gonna swap out.
Uh,
I didn't discuss that.
Okay, we got death certificate? Well, I'll give them this, that's it. Good morning, you are Priscilla Dark.
Sir.
Okay, if I could get you to raise your right hand, please. You solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this call shall be the truth so help you God.
Yes, I do.
Okay. Ms. Dark, I'm going to hold up what purports to be the last will and testament of Daniel Dark. Do you recognize that as being his will?
Yes, sir, it is.
I'm going to go back to the signature page. And ask you, is that his signature on that document?
Yes, sir, it is.
And after the date he made this will on January 28th of 2020, did he ever change it or revoke it?
No, sir, he did not.
Go right ahead, Mr. Warren.
All right, and Priscilla, your husband did die August 21st, 2020 here in Beaumont, is that
Yes,
right?
he did. That's correct.
And you believe there's a necessity to administer this estate?
Yes, sir.
Take care of what's
yes.
in there. And there were no child or children born or adopted to him after
No,
the
sir.
making of you had lots of other children, but
Yeah.
none at that time, right?
Correct.
All our kids were good friends together. And you feel like you're qualified to serve as the executor of this
Yes, I
estate?
am.
All right.
Mhm.
And you previously looked at this proof of death and other facts,
I
and
did.
everything's true and correct?
Yes, sir, it is.
Your Honor, I believe that's all my questions.
Okay, let me know when her proof is notarized, Mr. Warren, please.
Just sign Priscilla Dark right there. And once again, on your oath, right back here. Here. They have been signed, Judge, and they're over with the notary right now.
Ms. Dark, I'm signing the order admitting your husband's will to probate and authorizing the county clerk to issue letters testamentary. And I know that Mr. Warren will do a great job of guiding you through the process. I'm so very sorry for your loss, and I hope everything goes well.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Y'all take care. Let me know if you need anything, Harvey.
All right, we're all notarized. Thank you, Judge.
All righty. Y'all take care.
Will be. Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. D. Cordova.
Yes.
You know. Can you hear me, Mr. D. Cordova?
I certainly can, Judge.
Okay, you have Ronald G. Smith. Are you Ronald G. Smith?
I am Ronald G. Smith.
Okay, Mr. Smith, could I get you to raise your right hand, please, sir? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this call shall be the truth so help you God?
Yes.
Okay, Mr. Smith, is this the last will and testament of Barbara Victorian Smith?
Yes.
And I'm going to go back to the signature page and ask you, is that her signature on that document?
That's her signature.
Okay, and after the date she made this will on March 11th of 2015, did she ever change it or revoke it?
No.
Okay, go right ahead, Mr. D. Cordova.
All right, thank you. Mr. Smith, your wife Barbara didn't leave any unpaid debts or other financial obligations, is that correct?
No debt whatsoever.
So there's no need for an administration
Right.
of her estate. The only property in her estate is an interest in your residence.
That's correct.
Okay, and she resided in Jefferson County, Texas when she died.
Yes.
Okay, let me show you a document which I earlier showed you called Proof of Death and Other Facts.
That's all correct.
All the facts that are stated in here are true and correct.
Right.
Okay.
All right, if you'll go ahead and get him to sign that and let me know when it's notarized, Mr. D. Cordova.
We have the notary right here, Your Honor.
Very good.
Okay, you want me to sign it?
Like it is here.
Oh, like it is here, okay. The older I get, the worse my signature.
Mr. D. Cordova,
Yes, sir.
what is that on your wall? Is that a Psycha deer or a red stag or what?
It is a Psycha.
Psycha?
It's actually a world record my father shot many years
I'll
ago.
be darned.
Okay, it's complete.
It is notarized.
All right, Mr. Smith, I have signed the order admitting Mrs. Smith's will to probate and the mutament of title, and Mr. D. Cordova will guide you through the rest of the process. I'm so very sorry for your loss, and you take care of yourself, and I hope everything goes well.
All right, thank you very much, Judge.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. Okay, Mr. Towden.
Two for Philip and one for Larry, but I'm not sure which one to do first. Larry sometimes
Okay,
does
let's see who shows up first.
Right. Let's see if we can hook up the video right now.
Hmm?
Larry.
This is always entertaining. It's always makes my day. Here we go. But like,
Which Dowden case, Your Honor?
Tell me who you've got first.
We have, I have Lee Mayer. So we could take Lisa Lee Mayer, if that's all right.
Yeah, Mr. Dowden, let me just tell you that if we ever have an opening in our MIS department for a technological guru, don't bother applying.
It won't be no. Like my grandsons work my cell phone, so don't worry, I won't be applying. By the way, what does MIS stand for? I don't even know what that means.
Management Information Systems.
Oh, okay, okay. Man, I was.
I know you know how to work the nav systems in your airplane.
I do. You're right. Yep.
That's important.
Flew myself all the way to Orange and back the other day with two grandsons. Went straight there and straight back. Lisa Lee Mayer, Your Honor.
Okay, I'm just finishing looking over everything.
I'm sorry. Yes, sir.
Okay, so the applicant and the decedent live together.
Yes, sir.
All right, Ms. Lemare, if you'll raise your right hand, please. Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give in this call shall be the truth so help you God?
Yes, sir, I do.
Okay, Mrs. Lemare, I'm gonna hold up what purports to be the last will and testament of Annie M. Lemare. Do you recognize that as being her will?
Yes, sir.
And I'm gonna go back to the signature page and ask you, is that her signature on that document?
Yes, sir, it is.
And after the date she made this will on January 3rd of 2013, did she ever change it or revoke it?
No, sir.
Okay, go right ahead.
You're Lisa, yes, sir, you're Lisa Lemare, right?
Yes, sir.
And Ms. Lemare, I understand that your mom passed away on or about August 30th, 2021.
Yes,
Is
sir.
that true? And you've identified her January 3rd, 2013 will. I think we prepared that. We did all her work for many years.
Yes,
Is that
sir.
right? Okay. And so have you had a chance to look over your proof of death and other facts that we're
Yes.
filing with the court today? And everything in that document is within your knowledge and is true and correct. Is that
Yes,
right?
sir.
Also, you'll be signing an oath, and you promised the court that you will take care of the affairs of Mom's estate
Yes.
to the best of your ability. Is that
Yes.
right? Okay, if you'll sign right there. And Judge, that's all we have. And now, unless you need anything further.
Think of anything else. Let me know when we're notarized.
Yes, sir.
We're done.
Ms. Bergeron has notarized, Your Honor. Okay, keep these together.
All righty, we are all signed, Ms. Lemare. So I've signed the order admitting your mother's will to probate, authorizing the county clerk to issue letters testamentary that'll give you authority to act on behalf of the estate. Mr. Dowden will get those for you. Please make sure you cooperate with him in getting him a listing of the assets of your mother's estate because he has 90 days from today to file an inventory with the court, okay?
Okay, yes, sir.
Okay, so Dowden, if you want to bring your brother in, we'll go on to.
I'm going to do his hearings with your permission, Your Honor. He's on a family law project
Okay,
this
you
morning.
want to do Roe or Joan first?
Roe will be just fine, Judge. I'll be back with Miss Donna Loop in just a minute, a faithful member of the choir at First Baptist Church.
Very good.
I was hoping we wouldn't trip on that last one because we had a highly suspect witness on that last will, Nina Dowden. And so I was hoping it would pass muster. Here comes Ms. Donna.
He's coming.
Come on in, Donna. Here you go. If you'll sit right there. So judge needs to make sure he's going to swear you in first, okay?
Okay.
Well, I'm sorry, he's looking over the paperwork. Here's a pen for signing your proof real quick whenever we get, so we can keep him moving. He's usually got 12 or 15 cases, so we try to go fast. I guess we're going in December. We're going back to import. I think that's what I heard. The 8th of December. Okay.
That's when it is, because we have some on the first that
That-
they never
that
said.
resign,
They said
okay.
it was still- They have told us it wasn't, so
Okay.
I think it's that the week after that. Just in time for the holidays.
Well,
Okay. All right, Ms. Luke, if you'll raise your right hand, please. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this call should be the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Okay, I'm going to hold up what purports to be the last will and testament of Julia Ann Rowe. Do you recognize that as being her will?
Yes.
And I'm going to go back to the signature page and ask you, is that her signature on that document?
Yes, it is.
And after the date she made this will on September 17th of 2020, did she ever change it or revoke it?
No, sir.
Okay, go right ahead, Mr. Dowden.
Thank you, Judge. Ms. Rowe was your mom, is that right?
Yes,
And she passed on April 22nd, 2021. Is that true?
yes,
Okay, you've identified her last will and testament for Judge Brannick. This morning, we all sat out in the lobby and everybody went over their proofs of death and other facts. Is that right?
yes, sir.
Everything contained in the document you're about to sign is within your knowledge and true and correct. Is that right?
Yes,
And also behind the proof is your oath where we're promising Judge Brannick, this is mom's last will and testament we've offered, and that you'll take care of the affairs of her estate to the best of your ability. And you do promise, swear that you'll do that. Is that right?
yes.
Okay. Judge, that's all I have unless you need anything further. Donna, if you'll sign those.
No,
I'm like a fast signer.
okay, Ms. Lube, once they've notarized your signature on that document, I'll sign the order admitting your stepmother's will to probate
Okay,
and authorizing the county clerk to issue letters testamentary that will give you authority to act on behalf of the estate. Please make sure that you cooperate with Mr. Dowden in getting him a listing of the assets of your mother's estate, because he's going to have 90 days to file an inventory with the court, okay?
yes, sir.
And we're signed and notarized, Your Honor.
All right, we are signed on this end,
Thank you.
and I hope everything goes well, and we'll move on to the Jones estate.
We will bring Ms. Jones and Ms. Slaybaugh up. Slaybaugh, is that correct? Okay.
Ms. Canton,
Mhm.
I'm sorry, Tammy Sue Jones Canton and Rita Slaybaugh. Jones, Rita Jones, formerly known as Rita Jones. Y'all have a seat. I think we finally got him in a good mood. He's always in a good mood.
You might want to hear
Y'all
Jamie.
have a seat there. And first thing he does is look over the paperwork right quick and make sure we don't have any mistakes and all of that. Then y'all will be sworn in, and he needs to see both of you. And raise your right hand while you're sworn, and then you can, believe it or not, you can put your right hand down after you're sworn. Some clients want to leave their right hand up all day. So why don't y'all practice? Raise your right hand up. Okay, down. Okay, that'll work. Yeah, I think we got it.
all right, good morning.
Good morning.
All right, if I could get y'all to raise your right hands, please. Do you and each of you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this call shall be the truth so help you God?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, I'm going to hold up what purports to be the last will and testament of Sammy Yvonne Jones. Do y'all recognize that as being that will?
Yes, sir. Yes. Yes, sir.
And I'm going to go back to the signature page and ask you if that is the signature of Sammy Yvonne Jones.
Yes. Yes, sir.
And after the date this will was made on March 18th of 2011, was it ever changed or revoked?
No. Never changed. Never changed.
All right.
Revoked, right?
Never revoked.
Okay.
Right ahead, Mr. Dowden.
Thanks, Judge. Okay, you ladies are sisters, and y'all are Tammy Sue Jones Canton and Rita Slaybaugh, formerly known as Rita Jones. Is that true?
Yes.
Okay, you've identified your mother's will. She passed on April 21st of this year, 2021. Is that true?
Yes.
And so but prior to the hearing, while ago in the foyer, y'all went over the proofs of death and other facts that you'll be signing for Judge Brannick this morning, right?
Right.
Everything in those documents is within y'all's knowledge and true and correct. Is that right? Is that right?
Yes.
And then y'all will both sign an oath where we're promising Judge Brannick the writing we've offered for probate is her last will and testament, and y'all will take care of the affairs of her estate, file an inventory, do everything you need to do, and follow the probate code and any orders that come from the court. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay, Judge, that's all we have. Unless you need anything further, we'll start signing.
No, go ahead and start signing.
Yes, sir.
You're gonna get to lunch early.
He's probably got a few more cases, right, Judge? You probably have a few more cases, right?
We have contested cases today.
Oh, Lord, okay.
Oh, Lord.
Those troublemakers, okay. Okay, then
Tammy.
proof, and then y'all will sign your. Judge, you still like the proof signed before the oath? I thought you did.
Please.
Try to do it that way. Okay.
So what's going to happen, ladies, is once you've signed your proofs and your oath, they've been notarized. I'll sign the order admitting your mother's will to probate and authorizing the county clerk to issue you letters of testimony that'll give you authority to act on behalf of the estate, so that if you need to deal with financial institutions, real estate title companies, anything like that, you'll be able to use those letters to do so. You will need to cooperate with Mr. Dowden in getting him a listing of the assets of your mom's estate, because he's going to have 90 days from today to file an inventory with the court, okay?
I can just put FKA. Perfect, just like that. Rita D. Jones.
Mr. Dowden, I guess I'm going to have to come down to your office and straighten up those pictures on your wall.
I need you. Straighten up.
We're on it. We're on it.
Straighten up, my brother.
Looking at those every week.
I know. Nina, sometimes Nina's drinking when she adjusts them. No, I know.
Who brings you to drinking? Oh, it's not me.
We're all signed and notarized, Your Honor.
All right. The order admitting the will to probate has been signed. I hope everything goes well. Y'all let me know if you need anything. Have a great week.
Thank you, Judge. Appreciate it very much. Have a good day.
You want me to go all the way?
Yeah.
Mr. Johns is the headlight.
Hospital, and I don't, from what we hear, the hospitals and left can pay more than just.
Good morning, Judge.
Good morning, Mr. Brinkley. We're waiting on Mr. Johns, and I take it, do you have Dean Cormier and Darla Raines, as well as Kevin Fowler and Jeffrey Ferguson?
Yes, Your Honor, I do, and I've got them all lined up. I'll flip this camera around in a second, whenever you're ready to see them.
Okay, let me see something here.
Here's Mr. Johns.
Tell your mom and dad, I talked to your mom and dad. Saturday, I think, okay.
All right, if you can put it on all four of the witnesses, please.
Yes, sir. Okay, I'm gonna try to get everybody in here in one fell swoop if I can.
Yeah, you've got some fuzziness on your screen for some reason.
Let me see if I can fix that. I saw that. Let me see if I can fix that.
Out of focus.
Yeah, I'm not sure why it's doing that.
Got you now.
There we go.
Yes.
All right, here we go. That should take care of it.
Okay, your secretary probably spilled a bottle of bourbon on the computer. It was fuzzy. All right, let's see here.
Yeah, that's it.
All right, Dean Cormier, where are you? Raise your hand. Okay. And Darla Raines? All right, and so that's Mr. Fowler and Mr. Ferguson at the end of the table.
Yes, sir.
All right, if I can get all four of you to raise your right hands, please. Do you and each of you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this call shall be the truth, so help you God? All right, go right ahead.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Judge. Judge, I think I'll start at the end of the table and call Jeffrey Lane Ferguson first. Mr. Ferguson, I've handed you a document that's identifying the family that we're here about today. How long have you known this family? 40 years? Okay. And are you family friends? Okay. You've had a chance to look at that document that I showed you? Is everything on there true and correct to the best of your knowledge? Okay, I'm gonna have you sign that. Then I'll pass this witness, Judge.
Any questions, Mr. Johns? I've read your report.
Just one, Mr. Ferguson, isn't it true that we visited over the phone?
Yes, sir.
And you told me that you knew the decedent for over 30 years, is that correct?
Yes, sir. Over 30 years.
And we discussed his family, his marriages, and his children, correct? And you told me that he only had 2 children, Dean Paul Cormier and daughter Monique Raines, is that right?
Yes, sir, that's correct.
And he didn't expect any children or adopt any children prior to his death?
Yes, sir, that's correct.
I'll pass the witness, Your Honor.
Thank you. Go right ahead, Mr. Brinkley.
Judge, I would next call Kevin Wayne Fowler. Okay, Mr. Fowler, let me ask you the same question. How long have you known this family?
I'd say over 35 years.
Are you a family friend?
Yes.
Okay, you've had a chance to look at the document that I provided to you?
Yes, sir.
And is everything on there true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'll pass this witness, Your Honor.
Just a quick question, Mr. Fowler, we had a chance to visit by phone, is that right?
Yes, sir.
We discussed the family members, children of the decedent, correct?
Yes, sir.
And your testimony is the exact same as that of Jeffrey Lane Ferguson, correct? That he had 2 children, mainly Dean Paul Cormier and daughter Monique Raines, and that's it?
Yes, sir.
I'll pass the witness, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr.
Okay, Judge, for my next witness, I'll call Darla Monique Raines. Mrs. Raines, you've heard the testimony here today and you've seen the pleadings with regard to heirship, is that correct? And you're telling the court that we've properly identified the family members and that we have the heirs stated properly, is that correct?
It is correct, sir.
You've also had a chance to look at the document in front of you called the proof of death and other facts.
Yes, sir.
And is everything on there true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'll pass this witness, Your Honor.
No questions.
Okay. Then for my last witness, Your Honor, I call Dean Paul Cormier. Mr. Cormier, you've heard the testimony here today about the heirship of in the family and about the family history. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And is everything that we have reported to the court concerning the heirs in this family true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you've also had a chance to look at the proof of death and other facts. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And is everything on there that we state true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'll pass this witness, Your Honor.
No questions, Your Honor. I'd like to add to the court that I've reviewed the pleadings and believe that they are accurate and correct as to the division of the heirship, determination of heirship of the estate.
Okay.
Nothing further.
And with that, Your Honor, we have nothing further. I think we'd like to get 5 letters of administration from the court, if we can put that order in.
Okay, could you go ahead and get them to sign their proofs and let me know when those are notarized,
Yes,
please?
Your Honor, we are.
And I'm gonna accept the testimony of the 2 witnesses that are from Port Neches. The ones that are from Hardin County, I'm gonna have to think about for a little.
All right, Your Honor, we've got the document signed now.
Okay, has she notarized them?
Yes, sir.
All right, if you'll turn me back around to the applicants, please. Okay, Mr. Cormier, Ms. Raines, I've signed the judgment declaring heirship and the order authorizing independent administration of your dad's estate. Mr. Brinkley will be able to get letters of administration from the county clerk for you now. You'll be able to use those, show your authority to act on behalf of the estate if you need to deal with financial institutions, real estate title companies, anything like that. Please make sure that you cooperate with him in getting him the assets to your father's estate, because he's going to have 90 days from today to file what's called an inventory appraisement and list of claims with the court. But he'll explain to you how that works. And Mr. Brinkley, where are you officing now?
Well, we are borrowing the conference room for Smith and Shipley, and we're going today to get some temporary office space while they're rehabilitating our building. So I'll keep you posted on where we're going to be temporarily.
All righty. Well, I hope everything goes well. Y'all let me know if you need anything, but y'all have a great week.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
Take care now.
Bye-bye.
Mr. Johns,
Yes, Your Honor.
let's see. We've got Hudson.
Yes, they're here with me right now, Your Honor. We're ready to go, rock and roll.
Alma Fisher. Could I see Mrs. Fisher, please?
Yes, come sit right here.
Good morning, Ms. Fisher.
Good morning. How are you today?
Wonderful. Could I get you to raise your right hand, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this call should be the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Okay. I am going to hold up, Ms. Fisher, what purports to be the last will and testament of Dora B. Hudson. Do you recognize this as being her will?
Yes.
And I'm going to go back to the signature page and ask you, is that her signature on that document?
Yes, sir, it is.
And after the date she made this will on May 3rd of 2016, did she ever change it or revoke it?
No, sir.
Okay, go right ahead, Mr. John.
Thank you, Your Honor, if I may. October 18th of 2020, your sister passed away, is that right?
Yes.
And we say your sister, Dora Hudson, was your sister, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And she died here in Jefferson County, Texas, correct? Where she lived most of her life with her husband, George Hudson, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And you're asking the court to authorize you to act as executor of your sister's estate. And there's a need to do that. There's a house and some other car that you may need to do some transactions about. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. And there's no reason for you not to serve. You have not filed bankruptcy. You don't have any criminal background or anything like that. So there's no reason why you cannot serve or swear to this oath as an executor. Is that right?
That's right.
Okay. Did your sister have any other living? Well, she signed this will and she nominated you as executrix. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. I have nothing further, Your Honor.
Okay, she said she'd read the proof of death and other facts and everything contained therein is true and correct and within her personal knowledge?
Yes. Said, is that true? Have you read this proof of death?
Yes.
And everything contained is within your personal knowledge?
Yes.
Okay. And the same with the oath?
And that, Ms. Fisher, just as your name is typed on there, please.
She's gonna do that right now, Your Honor.
You have a notary there, Mr. John?
Yes. Yes, we do, Your Honor. Right here.
Let me know when it's notarized. The contested hearing being held by Zoom.
Yes, sir.
1 and 1, yes.
They're notarized, Your Honor.
All right, Mrs. Fisher, I have signed the order admitting the will to probate, and authorizing the county clerk to issue letters testamentary that'll give you authority to act on behalf of your sister's estate. Please make sure that you cooperate with Mr. Johnson in getting him a listing of the assets of your sister's estate, because he has 90 days to file an inventory with the court, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, I hope everything goes well. Y'all have a great week. Call me if you need anything, Mr. Johnson.
I will, Judge. Take care.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay.
This is my
You want to do the in-person first, right?
Which one's in person? I want to do the motion to compel first.
Okay, that's it.
Okay, we'll do that one.
Okay.
Because I mean, this shouldn't be any.
Did he that right now? He's on the screen. Should he go to the ladies' room? Yeah.
Here you.
Hi, just she went to the ladies' room. Check his.
Okay. Let's see, Mr. Sykes, can I see Mary Booker, please?
She's in the ladies' room.
Well, Your Honor, coincidentally, she just stepped out to the ladies' room. She's been here sitting for a while. I know you've been very, very busy, but just.
Well, all right, I'll tell you what. I'll run in and check my computer real quick and I'll be right back.
Okay. Thank you, Judge.
It didn't say when it never popped in.
This is the last one, and then we're gonna, we have a contested via Zoom. And then yeah, which would be 5 minutes, so I mean, they can come in if they're quiet.
Correct. He's gonna come back in just a second and you'll be able to see him on the screen right here, just a second.
Is this Ms. Booker?
Yes, sir.
All right, Ms. Booker, if I could get you to raise your right hand, please. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this call should be the truth so help you God?
Yes, I do.
Okay, Ms. Booker, I'm going to hold up what purports to be the last will and testament of Jesse Booker. Do you recognize that as being his will?
Yes, sir.
And I'm going to go back to the signature page and ask you, is that his signature on that document?
Yes, sir.
And after the date that he made this will on November 2nd of 2012, did he ever change it or revoke it?
No, sir.
Okay, go right ahead, Mr. Sykes.
Thank you, Your Honor. And your name is Mary Nickerson Booker.
Yes, sir.
And Mr. Jesse Booker was your husband, and he died on April 8th of 2021.
Yes, sir.
He was a resident of Jefferson County at the time he died.
Yes, sir.
He named you as a devotee in his will and also as the independent executrix. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
After the will was made, he didn't have any children.
No, sir.
And y'all were, in fact, married at the time of his death.
Yes, sir.
After you made that will, y'all continued to be married up to the time.
Yes, sir.
And you need to have the administration established by the court in order for you to transfer a home and some other land to the proper beneficiaries designated in the will. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
I'm going to show you the proof of death and other facts. Have you read this document?
Yes, sir.
Is everything in that document true and correct?
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, we've passed witness.
All right, go ahead and get her to sign her proof. And let me know when it's notarized, please, sir.
Yes, sir. Seen him before.
And it's gonna sign right there. Yes, ma'am. And just put your full name.
Mrs. Booker, once they've notarized your proof, I'll sign the order admitting Mr. Booker's will to probate and authorizing the county clerk to issue letters testamentary that will give you authority to act on behalf of the estate if you need to deal with financial institutions or real estate title companies or anything of that nature. You'll need to cooperate with Mr. Sykes in getting him a listing of the assets in Mr. Booker's estate because he's going to have 90 days to file an inventory with the court. But other than that, I know he'll do a good job of guiding you through the process.
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, the proof of death has now been notarized.
All right, I have signed the order and you are good to go. Once you've e-filed those documents, Mr. Sykes, let me know if you need anything else. Y'all have a great week.
Thank you. Same
Thank
to
you,
you.
Your Honor.
Mr. Wood and Mr. Shake Snyder.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, Mr. Wood. I'm waiting. I can hear Mr. Shake Snyder, but I can't see him yet.
I'm here. I don't know. My camera's on.
Okay, on the bottom left-hand corner, there should be if you'll hover your around the bottom left-hand corner.
That's it.
There.
Hey, you're up on all this.
All right. So we're here today in cause number 125010 in the matter of the estate of Maxine Lila Lovelace deceased. We're here on contestant's motion to compel that was filed on May 6th of 2021. I recall we've had a hearing on this issue once before where Mr. Shake Snyder said he had not been served. I think you took the opportunity to serve those discovery requests, and where are we today?
That is correct, Your Honor. We had the hearing on 7/12 on that day. We sent the discovery to Mr. Shake Snyder, both via e-serve, and we also sent a direct email to him as well. And I have not received any responses as we sit here.
Okay, did you send a letter after that August 12th date or August 13th date requesting that he respond?
Your Honor, I believe I sent an email, but we had another hearing set on this actually. And I think it was a snake bit hearing. It certainly was from my standpoint, because somehow it didn't get calendared.
Okay.
I'm not certain it did get served.
I think I can take care of all of this, Your Honor. Give me another 10 days. I've went through some of this. It's very voluminous. There was a bunch of investments. All the money's gone. There was life insurance. All the money's gone. There's lots of medical records. Yeah, there was money when the dad died, but the money's all that one of the persons asking to be the executor was supposed to be the executor for the dad, but there's been no probate filed. But I think he claimed to have been the executor, but there's nothing there. I don't know. It's a lot of records, but if you give me another 10 days, I need to get with Terry to see how he wants it. It's voluminous. you want them brought to a copy place to make you copies of all of that? Or
Well, I would prefer it digitally, if that's available. If you want to take it to, like, say, Christopher's Copy Service and let them do it in a digital format, that's fine.
I'd like that. That'll work for me.
That's what I would recommend. I just need my discovery answers, Greg. I do, so I can move forward.
I'm gonna give you 7 days, Mr. Shake Snyder. You got your 2 months past due on your responses, more than 2 months. And I think 7 days is reasonable. So I've signed the order. I hope everything goes well, and I hope y'all get it resolved.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Well, take care.
You too.